Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Zauberhaft, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. And now I'm going on with the game, having done all the reading and the analysis of the data log. Nothing much so far, I have given you my opinion on everything, and this is the very time we're going on.
Is there anyone else who can fight? Don't worry, we got you covered.
Oh yeah, we got you covered. His Godot is basically watching around. Psychom's nothing, that's what I say.
Please,
That's what you say.
just have to survive. No one's getting purged.
Yeah. I see they are keeping this place pretty nice and tight.
Stay with your family.
What are you saying, Maki? Regrettably, I ain't got one. My mother just died.
You can do it, hero.
What? Who is he talking to? I mean,
We'll get you all someplace safe.
yeah, just quit it. Just quit it, please. Stop being whiny babies. This is no time to do this. But yes, I criticize that, but I do understand if this society has been living here like in paradise, constantly being like caressed by their gods and kept in ignorance, then such behavior is justified. Even these clothes for these people also are justifiable, because this society has been living its own way. It's like there is a government, but people are allowed to do anything. This is the paradise, and the Fal'Cie are basically its creators and its suppliers, its patrons. They have been giving all the resources necessary, so these people don't really know any deprivation. That's what I should bear in mind. So if people don't have to like care too much about the resources they have, they will put a lot more thought into, you know, self-expression and everything else according to Mr. Maslow's pyramid of needs, of human needs, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, probably that's the time for me to come up. The last thing I want to know and check out is there any other sphere I can grab? I'm not crying. Boys don't cry. Yeah, boys simply keep everything inside like Hope does and suffer even more. Alright. Time to do some acting, finally.
You okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that
He's evidently not okay. What?
Say, you know how to fly this?
yeah, I think so.
Really? He knows? A boy that young knows how to fly this military air cycle?
That way.
What? Vanille, are you serious? It's the Fal'Cie.
That thing could make us Fal'Cie.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
You can do it.
Well, he evidently...
Here we
Uh-oh.
go.
Lock and load. Duck and run. That doesn't look good. Whoa. Sorry. Sorry. Hope doesn't fly these things every day. Alright.
This Fal'Cie, it held our future and our fate.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. If you're going near the Fal'Cie, not exactly being frightened of its powers, not thinking too much what can happen to you. Oh, there is some determination in your head. Uh-oh. That doesn't look like a nice landing. Come on, Hope, get off her. She's not a pillow.
Oops. Well then.
Sorry guys, I'm being a little bit too picky. I'm trying to like
Guess
show my swag over the
just
characters.
us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the Fal'Cie. You become a Fal'Cie and you're finished.
What do you mean finished?
Well, how do you know?
Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
Okay,
My name?
nice to meet you.
And yours?
Hope.
But good.
Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
I like his face. I like Hope's face really much. It's like, you really sure what you're saying? As though it's so easy for you to say things like that.
Check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
What are you? Ooh. Hehe.
Well,
That's...
A weapon, evidently. Oh, Vanille, keep quiet! You're attracting unwanted attention. Oh yeah. Looks like there is no choice for us any longer. No daydreaming. Woo! She has even 3 ATB gorge segments. That's a really interesting thing to know. I'll just simply... yeah. Get down. Well, looks like with this weapon, it's not really a big deal taking on these guys.
Better stay close.
Woohoo! Achievement unlocked. That basically is a confirmation that I'm playing this game on PC on Steam. That was published yesterday, that's right. And yesterday is on the 9th of October 2014. I'm not sure. Maybe I will publish this game later, but just for you to know, I'm telling you when the action is going on. There is something of interest. I like those treasure spheres. No, I'm not sure. But since when I have to be sure that this is the right way? No, that's not the right way. And where is the hole in the wall through which we have come? That's a really interesting question.
How are we supposed
They
to
must
get
have...
out here?
Oh, forget it, Hope. I like the reflections on the floor. That's something I do like a lot. So yeah, since there is a save point, I will utilize that and go on as soon as I can. That will be right now. Hope, don't lag behind. Got work to do. The work will be... we're just trying to look around and see what this place has in store for us. So Vanille had her own reasons to have come here. And she also keeps everything to herself. Absolutely everything. Boom! Here we go. I have learned the pattern. It's like 3 direct attacks and 1 more attack from the next ATB Gorge is enough to destroy the Pantheron at this point. Actually, that's pretty strong, I should say. Preemptive strike! These guys had no idea about my presence around here, so I have attacked them suddenly.
well, that wasn't scary at all.
Yep. That's what it leads to. A lot of stuff, and actually pretty rich spoils after that too. I wonder if preemptive strikes increase the chance you get something as spoils after the battle. For trouble. Just take it easy, Hope. These things are evidently not trouble at all. Two savage, half mechanoid, cat, doggish creatures? Definitely no match for a couple of teenagers. Here we go. Just finished off. And now we'll do the same with that guy too. Okay, staggered. And final blow. Well, actually that works perfectly, I should say. I have discovered that right now. Since I have played the game last time, I did not know about this. That now you can just basically, with the aid of Hope, you can simply take down these Pantherons with four direct strikes. All enemies guard areas limited to their fields of vision, other means of vision or other means of detection. Upon entering a guarded area, there is a chance that the enemy or enemies patrolling it will take notice. If your trespass is observed, a warning icon with exclamation mark will appear over the heads of any enemies alerted to your presence. These foes will then become hostile, taking up defensive positions or rushing toward to attack. In your party, if your party leader comes into contact with an enemy, a battle will begin. Battles begin normally if the enemy was aware of the party's presence. If the enemy was caught off guard, however, the party will be able to make a preemptive strike. That's something you have just seen. The preemptive strike, what it does, it basically attacks enemies preemptively in a literary sense, rendering them almost staggered, or every enemy after a preemptive strike requires only one attack, any attack, to finally get staggered. So it's basically insta-stagger. A very useful thing if you actually want to catch somebody off guard and kill it in the easy mode. Almost. But there are certain cases in which preemptive strikes are not advised whatsoever. We will come across such things in the future. I'm not going to spoil anything like that to you right now. Yeah, certain enemies like Zwerg Scandroids have extremely narrow fields of vision and can easily be approached unnoticed. It is always adventurous to do so if possible, as initiating a preemptive strike forces enemies to enter battle with their chain gauges near the staggering threshold. Yeah, that's what I have described to you already. Thanks for doing that for the second time, game. Yeah, that's it. Didn't even take notice whatsoever. I did not even try, so now every last one of them requires just one strike to get finished. Yep, that's it. Because not just their staggering threshold is relatively low, but their health is actually, you know, almost nothing. His? Iron Bangle. Oh yeah, now we got even more Iron Bangles. I guess I will have to, like, equip that for Vanille and for Hope too. These guys are typically having the least health in the game, so we will support them somehow. Oh, that's what he was talking about. That's another air cycle. And that should have been Snow's. And that must be Snow's. Looking for Snow, of course. If you want that to happen so much. Just attack! Oh yeah. Following the same pattern. Keep it up, Hope. And finish! Come on, Hope, you can finish the guy. Yeah, alright. And I will unleash the full-scale attack on that one. We somehow have to adapt our patterns of action. He's not staggered so far, and yeah. Hope did it. Still, one blow should have been enough. I waited for the second segment to appear, and I shouldn't have done this.
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
Yes! You're not getting stuff,
Pulse Fal'Cie
Vanille.
and Fal'Cie are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the Fal'Cie, one-way ticket to Pulse.
Clear
That's
cut.
the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And
What's
then...
your
Save
problem?
for the massacre.
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
Whoa.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
What's the point in hugging him?
Get off me.
Just tell him Pulse is not all that terrible. Whoa!
Where are you?
Now who do we have here, Mr. Snow? Evidently, there he is. He's come here to chew bubblegum and save his beloved
Don't worry,
Sarah.
Your hero is on his way.
And I got no gum.
Wonder what that's for.
According to the basic rule of gaming industry, that thing must be the Switch. And the Switch is supposed to be switched. So, switch the Switch, and everything is going to be okay. Nothing to it. There's nothing of interest around here. Oh no, there is something. Oh yeah, I was eager to get the 2 potions. As soon as we get the magical powers, we will not require any potions any longer. It's going to be so nice. Whoa! And we're falling down. I don't want to fall down. We press on. Aha, there are Pantherons, and I'm all alone right this time. There is nobody to back me up. And so far as I know, there is almost no reason trying to ambush the Pantherons. Their senses are considerably stronger than those of Twerg's Scandroids. Boom! Ooh, I have taken them both. And both again. Since we have the grenades, it's going to be a lot better. Oh yeah. And we will punch the remaining guy. It's going to be that easy. That's how this battle is done, basically.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Snow. Here we go. Punching them one by one would have been a lot and a lot longer fight. And of course, it wouldn't have been rewarded with 5 stars. 100%. That's my guarantee to you. If you want to get the 5 stars here, use the grenades. Well, basically, grenades are best friends of Snow's for this time.
Just hold on, Sarah.
Ooh. That should be some weird mechanism. Why make a mechanism like that? And now everything is connected, but was there any reason for a disconnection of all those elements? Whoa! This elevator has just appeared out of nothing. Nothing to question here. That's the power of the Fal'Cie.
Still won't budge?
Lightning. What are you doing?
I think the door's winning.
Why didn't I
Try
listen?
punching next time.
Beg your pardon?
It was me.
What?
This is my fault.
Beg your
But
pardon?
Lightning, I don't understand. What are you talking
Cover your
about?
ears.
Huh? Last charge?
what?
Hold on. All right, hold on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Lie down!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in.
Ooh,
Please?
Lightning? I'm sorry for interrupting, but what did that mean to the thing?
What? How'd you open it? After you.
Well, that was unexpected. I mean, this is something that needs explanation, isn't it? Shrouds. Shrouds are special single-use aerosols that can only be used outside of battle and grant the party tactical advantages. Fortisol and Aegisol bestow their bonuses at the start of battle. Deceptisol on the other hand, shields party from enemy detection, eliminating any concerns of being spotted or attacked. Let's just put it that way. It is useful for avoiding combat and also for launching preemptive strikes. And this is something I'm not going to be using whatsoever, I think. Because everything is pretty much doable without those aerosols. And there is going to be a tutorial for this Deceptisol usage, and I'm going to skip that too, because I don't want to be forced to use this Deceptisol. Should I require it, I want to, you know, have this up my sleeve as a special card to play. Enemies like Pantherons, whose fields of vision allow them to monitor wide areas, normally turn hostile and display warning icons, exclamation marks, as soon as they are approached. Apply a spray of Deceptisol, however, and you will have no trouble gaining a preemptive strike. And I don't need any preemptive strike to, you know, take down those Pantherons. They're really, really easy foes. To open the Shroud menu, press left bar, or what is this? Bumper, yeah? While exploring, select a Shroud with cross and then press A to use it. Why A is not green? Come on, Square Enix, you could have encoded something like that. To close the menu without using a Shroud, press left bumper or B. B cancels everything for this game, that's easy to remember. Shroud effects wear off after a brief duration, so be sure to time their application carefully. Well, basically, before the battle, you can just use the Shroud and just go for an attack. There is no reason to wait, right? And there is no reason to wander around under the protection or with the buffing effects of the Shroud. If you have used it, just go ahead and utilize what you have just... Yeah. There's no need wasting those.
These Pulse folks could learn a thing or two about interior design.
Oh, really? But don't you like this? I personally find this really, really magnificent. And the design is not that bad either. You see, there are even reflections on the floor. What are you complaining on, Mr. Saz? Is anything added to our data log section? Ooh, that's basically a lot. Enemy intel on militarized units. We have only Twerk scan droids. Absolutely unremarkable. Well, they are remarkable for incredibly low HP they have. We got pulse vestiges. The Fal'Cie sculpted cocoon in antiquity, using resources harvested from the world below. When Cocoon's shell was fractured in the war, they repaired it with the raw materials again gathered from Pulse, buildings chief among them. Remnants of those structures termed vestiges can still be found throughout Cocoon today. The centuries-old vestige outside of Bodom was believed to be nothing more than a harmless curiosity. The discovery of a pulse Fal'Cie inside its walls proved this false, however, leading to the detainment and subsequent purging of the countless civilians whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh yeah, this Fal'Cie has all their blood on his hands. If he has hands, if it's he or not she, or if it's even a living being. I'm not sure how am I supposed to address to the Fal'Cie. It's just basically like any god. I honestly prefer treating those not as beings and not even as objects. I prefer treating them as concepts. That's the thing. Like, any god in antiquity was supposed to be a concept. For example, what's Thor? It's the embodiment of the concept of storm and lightning, the same as Zeus, for example. Well, that's what they called them. And just adding some more concepts to them. So, Fal'Cie resembling something like that. Oh yeah, the Fal'Cie, those alleged servants of the Fal'Cie, right? Let's see what they have to tell us about those. The beings known as Fal'Cies Fal'Cie possess the power of enthrall unwilling human instruments, compelling the victims to serve their will. How? By zombifying them? These individuals, known as l'Cie, are marked with indelible brands. They gain the gift of magic, but also bear the burden of completing the task known as a focus for their Fal'Cie master. Pulse l'Cie, tools of the Fal'Cie, from the world below, are considered dangerous enemies of Cocoon society, as there exists no means of removing the l'Cie brand and the curse thereby imposed. Pulse l'Cie are hunted relentlessly. So yes, this is why they are afraid of them. People normally are not capable of wielding magic, and for some reason, like, those l'Cie are capable of using magic. So imagine that those guys are using magic and they have a task from an omnipotent being to actually destroy something or whatever, basically being enemies of the world. Now I understand how the threat is embodied and embedded into the heads of the civilians. That has the reason, I should say. Fates Intertwined. It's about, I believe, the fates that those protagonists have and how they got together, just because they happened all to end up in this place, and they all are aiming for one and the same thing: the Pulse Vestige and the Fal'Cie within it. For centuries, a Pulse Fal'Cie has slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of a Cocoon city. On the day the lower world entity is finally discovered, Cocoon's peaceful society is plunged into chaos. The government judges the city's inhabitants to have been tainted by their unwelcome guest, and begins a merciless campaign to expunge both the Fal'Cie and the corrupted citizenry from the face of Cocoon. Instead of the exile, they were led to expect the civilians' face in extermination. Instead of the exile, they were led to accept the civilians' face extermination at the hands of the Sanctum Army. Yes, that's something we have seen so far. The people attempt to fight back, but are hopelessly outmatched by the military. Lightning cuts her way through the battlefield, doggedly following by the desperate Saz. Actually, we don't know a thing about why is he following her, actually. Well, yeah. Snow, meanwhile, seeks to rescue his fiancée, and the boy, spurred by the dreams of revenge, pursues Snow with the help of an unusual young lady, and that will be Vanille. Though driven by separate goals, their paths all lead to the same end, the Pulse Fal'Cie. And this is how the chapter 2 starts off. In pursuit of Snow, Hope has fallen into a panic. In his single-minded pursuit of Snow, he has rushed into the lair of a Fal'Cie and is only now recalling the terrible nature of the being that lurks within. The Pulse entity could use its power to curse them, to turn them into l'Cie. Pulse l'Cie are doomed servants of the Fal'Cie who created them, despised and feared by the people of Cocoon. Hope's companion Vanille seems unconcerned by this dreadful possibility, bemused by her indomitable cheerfulness. He nervously follows her in search of Snow. It was Snow who convinced his mother to fight. She volunteered! But I understand that Hope actually did not hear her volition. Actually, he must have heard her volition. Isn't he supposed to respect his mother's will at least? I mean, if he heard... I'm just cutting him the slack, because he must have not heard that his mother herself wanted to do this. Snow was merely performing the function of a leader, and there were others, but she volunteered. That shows her as a courageous person, but Hope evidently does not get this. Yes. It was Snow who convinced his mother to fight. It was Snow she was protecting when she died. And it was Snow who must be made to pay. Oh man. Hope, why are you so determined? You should have at least, cared for the situation a little bit. Reason it and get the hang of it, Analyze it first and then make conclusions. But yeah, teenagers sometimes are such, and people sometimes are such. Let's just give us the luxury of being different, right? Not everybody is supposed to withstand the difficulties with bravery and courage. If you're strong, then that's exactly what you're here for, right? To protect those who can't. To the citizens of Cocoon, the lower world of Pulse is a hell rife with unknown terrors, and the recently discovered Pulse Fal'Cie is an invader from that hell. In an effort to quell the growing panic in the wake of the entity's discovery, the Sanctum initiates an extreme measure known as the Purge. Under this initiative, not only the Fal'Cie to be cast out of Cocoon, but all the civilians living nearby as well. Not cast out, destroyed! So many times I'm supposed to correct that. Come on, let's call things by their names. Any person coming into contact with the lower world beings' foul energies could already be corrupted, and no potential enemies of Cocoon can be allowed to remain. The ensuing deportation claims the lives of countless civilians, Hope's mother among them. After witnessing her death and chasing Snow into the vestige in a blind rage, Hope suddenly realizes that he may soon share the same fate as the Pulse Fal'Cie, relocation to the world below. Sorry to break it to you, Hope, if you think so, but you have already faced that fate. You are going to die one way or another if everything goes the same direction. I mean, you can run, but where do you hide if you are not even allowed to travel to Pulse? And not even the army is allowed to travel to Pulse. Nobody will relocate you, they will simply murder you straightforwardly, and that's going to be the end. Oh, poor thing, also brainwashed. I evidently know more. But those characters cannot read the data log, right? Vanille, however, calmly accepts the situation and lends her support to the distraught boy. distraught boy. Unaware of his young pursuers, Snow begins exploring the arcane halls and chambers of the shrine-like vestige in search of his captive fiancée, Sarah. That's an interesting thing, actually. So we have just been told why every single one of the characters has ended up in here, in the vestige, in this temple-looking object housing the Fal'Cie. And evidently the Fal'Cie is not simply alive, it's active, and it's not dormant, because it must have heard Lightning's words, Lightning's apology. That's also an interesting thing. Evidently the Fal'Cie have the means to actually talk to people and listen to their speech too. Even being, like, you know, absolutely different. The Pulse Fal'Cie, an entity that threatens the peace of Cocoon's society, holds Snow's fiancée captive. Open doors beckon. As the determined Snow delves ever deeper into the alien structure, Lightning and Saz arrived at the vestige after fighting their way through waves of Sanctum forces, and killing them in process. The unlikely duo's progress is halted by an impassable gate, which finally opens as if in response to Lightning's whispered words of apology. Yeah, that's what I was just implying around here. Did her plea reach the mind of the Fal'Cie? Evidently, I believe so. Or was another being responsible for opening the portal? No. Nothing. Like, you know, there is no need for any other being. Fal'Cie is pretty much enough. Saz follows the ex-soldier into the vestige, bemused by the lack of explanation, but driven on nonetheless by purpose he has yet to reveal. So here we go. Keeping your own secrets to yourself, Saz, huh? Oh yeah, I am not even hurrying to anywhere, because we are marching right into the heart of this domain of the Fal'Cie, right in the following episode of Final Fantasy XIII on A and Z. I'm growing impatient with every single step I'm making, but yes, I should be making breaks. Eventually. And eventually I will have to go to sleep too! What can't I do for you guys? But having to say goodbye for now. Signing out. See you soon.